There's more regulation on a bratwurst than the entire artificial intelligence industry. Why is that?
Our community's future is foggy at best without a project of this size or scale.
Last night, we brought you part one of our sit-down interviews with comedian Charlie Berens and the mayor of Port Washington, Ted Neitzke, talking about the 1,600-acre, 3 million square foot artificial intelligence data center coming to Port Washington. They talked about land consumption, water consumption, and electricity. Well, tonight is part two, discussing job creation, the effects of artificial intelligence, and the big mystery that is still unknown about the facility.
We're not growing food, we're growing food for robots to do our jobs.
Jeffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, has said, you know, if we stay on this trajectory, we'll all be gone in 5 years. Does it concern you that we're helping AI grow in our backyard?
No. I heard the same thing when I was a new teacher in the 90s about the internet, that it was going to take my job away.
You are building a AI data center, and the purpose of AI, as stated by the heads of the AI company, is to replace our jobs.
As for the jobs the AI data center creates, it's a hot topic. Yes, it creates thousands of jobs to build it, but after that, how many people will actually work long-term in a building full of computers?
I'd love to see the numbers, because from my research with these data centers, they hire very few people for the amount of land that they take up.
There will be more people working in one data center in Port Washington than work in our power plant. So there will be between 100 and 300 people every day working in there. We'll have 4 of them, and only a couple hundred jobs in a community of 13,000 is a lot.
How long are those jobs going to last if the purpose of these AI data centers is to replace jobs?
And what company will those people be working for? Vantage Data Centers is the owner and operator of the facility, but what AI company they lease it to is not public knowledge and may never be. But at the same time, the mayor says there are no NDAs.
That was one of our early criteria, that we would not sign a non-disclosure agreement, which is very likely why I don't know who's going to go inside.
The AI companies are secretive in a lot of ways, and this is a case in point. You know, you don't exactly know who it is, which tech company is coming in here.
Why doesn't it concern you that you don't know who will be taking over a facility in your backyard?
Well, because we know Vantage. And Vantage is not a seller. They're not going to build it and sell it. That's their economic model, is to own and operate that. We've been told already that it will be an American company.
The point of an elected official is to represent the will of the people. Well, if you can't tell the people what's in the deal, how can you accurately reflect the will of the people?
We did listen. People were heard.
The mayor says groundbreaking for the data center is set for mid-November, with plans to be up and running by 2029. A done deal in his eyes, but a cause for concern that Charlie won't give up on.
I hold no ill will against them, and my request would be to seek the full picture, the full story.
I know what I think, but what's more important is I just want people to be educated so they can say what they think.
I don't want Wall-E, I want Wall-I.
Now, according to the Midwest environmental advocates, there are still things that need final approval when it comes to the data center. The high voltage power lines and where they'll land, the dozens of diesel powered generators they need, and who will pay for the necessary infrastructure upgrades, the taxpayers or Vantage Data Centers. We will have a link to how you can still get involved attached to this story on our website. And the next City Council meeting in Port Washington is Tuesday.